Good morning, Fort McMurray, Wood Buffalo, and the rest of the world. You've tuned in to the Max City Morning Show. I'm your host, Elliot Pierre, and we're going to start the show off the same way we start every episode off, with a moment of gratitude. I know you could be doing a million other things with your time, and the fact that you spend it with us truly does mean the world to me, so thank you. On that note, Tanner, hit him with the intro.
How's she cutting me, loves? You're listening to the Max City Morning Show.
All right, we're back. I'm excited about today's guest. Over the last few weeks, we've had a lot of politicians on, last few weeks and month, to be honest with you. But this is our first candidate running for school board trustee, so I'm really excited to learn a little bit more about that. As everybody knows at home, I don't introduce my guests because they can do a better job at that than myself. So on that note, sir, can you please tell everybody at home who you are and what you're about?
Namaste. My name is Taral Mehta and living in Fort McMurray since 2007.
Okay.
And like being last 14 years in the community, I made a strong roots between the communities.
Right.
And seen community very closely. And this is the position I was thinking. My daughters are in the public school board.
Yeah.
Then I'm a oil and gas sector worker, business owner. Then I was a volunteer. So I thought let's start with something.
Okay.
And this is the school board trustee came in my mind.
Okay.
And
Very
started
cool.
from there.
Very cool. Good for you, man. So you're running for trustee of the public school board.
Public school, yes, public school board.
Okay, right on. So 14 years in Fort McMurray.
Yes, sir.
Where were you before Fort McMurray?
3.5 years in Toronto.
In where?
Toronto, Ontario.
Oh, Toronto. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
And before that in India.
Okay. And so, first off, let's talk about what brought you to Canada. So why did you leave India to come to Canada? What was that draw? What was that pull?
Like in the 2001, that was an earthquake happened in India.
Okay.
And we were just, it was no plan to come to Canada.
Okay.
And just we were chatting to each other, family members, and they said, oh, Canada has opened up this immigration system. And let's see how's your education basis and experience will come up to.
Right.
And we just throw our education, experience, everything inside. And numbers came above 70. And it was required minimum 70 points
Okay.
to come on education and experience basis. And
Yeah.
why not? And on that time, my brother-in-law was here in Canada.
Okay.
So we were getting family and friends points.
Okay.
So we did it, and it was not much hard work, but
Yeah.
like others did,
Yeah.
I did just simple thing, and I got the Canadian immigration.
Okay. And so when you came up, what did you do initially when you started coming?
Initially, I started when I came to Toronto. I was working for the Royal Group of companies. It's
Okay.
Ultimate Plastic.
Okay.
So it was a door window section manufacturing. It was a big unit there,
Okay.
and I was working on the one of the unit.
Okay. And so then all of a sudden you heard about Fort McMurray and you decided to move here. How did that transpire?
2007, I did. Meantime, I was doing that job. Plus, I did work for Corporate Express as
Okay.
a broker courier,
Okay.
and I was a civil engineering background.
Yeah.
So I did AutoCAD in George Brown College.
Okay. Okay.
So meanwhile, my brother-in-law moved again here.
Okay.
And he said, oh, this is the requirement AutoCAD. Suncor was looking from contractor.
Right.
And I said, why don't you apply this job? And I said, okay, let me do it.
Yeah. No doubt.
And it was, they took the interview and I got selected.
That's awesome.
And then flew here from 2007.
And so AutoCAD, that's a good program to know. Like I've hired lots of engineers prior to doing this. I used to be in human resources. I've hired a lot of people with AutoCAD experience. That's a great course to have.
Yeah. I think one of the toughest software, you can say, like AutoCAD is one of the intelligent one.
Yes, right. So how did you get involved in that? Like what about AutoCAD interested you to learn that technology?
AutoCAD, like basically civil engineer, and initially we want to struggling to get our field job. So AutoCAD was one of them.
Yeah.
To start something to bring your foot into the system.
That's right.
So that's why I did that course, and it was 3D modeling included into that course.
Okay.
So we did 3D modeling, rendering, and basic 2D drawings as well. And that bring me into the job.
Very Neat.
Yeah.
So you moved to Fort McMurray 14 years ago.
Yeah.
What's keeping you in the community? Obviously, like, you don't mind traveling. You have an adventurous spirit.
Yeah.
So, like, what about Fort McMurray said, you know what, I'm going to put roots down here?
Like initially started job with Suncor, and after 3 months I got another offer from SGS Focus
Okay.
as a QA technologist. So I moved with them,
Right.
work with them. But I used to do business in entire my 91 I passed my engineering.
Okay.
3 years I did job. After that I did construction business in India.
Right.
So always thinking like something to have my own. So 2009 I got laid off. Then went 1 year I went to India, stayed with my dad.
Yeah.
Then came back, started again
Yeah.
as a technologist.
Right.
And on that time it was geotechnologist I was working.
Okay.
After that, like I said, oh, this is enough. Now start something my own. And I worked for 1 month, Thickwood Uncle Bill.
Okay.
Paramjit is my friend. So I month, and then I said, let's start my own business.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, I got on that time it was a problem with to get the rental space
Right.
for the commercial.
Yeah.
It was hard to get in 2011, 2010.
Yeah.
And I got one space in right now Service Canada is
Yeah.
in that building.
Okay.
So then I started from scratch from there.
Okay. And what's the name of your business?
Riverage Convenience and Food.
Okay. There you go.
That was I ran that 7 years. And that time I was with the community, like daily meeting new people. And every day, like I seen the struggle, like particularly during the fire.
Yeah.
I was there with the community like a shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
And I still remember that fire day, the only store was open up to the 7 in the evening.
Right.
Like everybody was evacuated.
Yeah.
I was at store
Yeah.
and served the community.
Yeah.
I feel very proud about that thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I was, actually my plan was I don't want to leave the town.
Right.
I don't want to evacuate myself. I want to serve the community, like those who are firefighters and those guys are here.
Yeah.
So I can offer them daily coffee and that stuff.
That's right. That's right.
But it was not allowed. So
That's right. You had to go
then
at
I
some
had to-
point.
Yeah, I have to leave the town.
Yeah.
But on that time and after fire, I seen like lots of struggle between the community.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
daily, people are coming. They have some issues and they come to the store. They talk. So I sat with them. I laugh. They cry. So sometimes I'm shoulder, some I'm laughing to each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was the thing.
There you go. So now you said you have 2 daughters.
Yes.
What are your daughters up to? Are they still in high school, or are they?
One already passed from the public school system,
Okay.
and the second one is right now in the school system.
Okay. And
Hear
so what,
that? Public school system?
I was just gonna ask, what schools did they go to though?
Yeah, public school system.
Yeah, but what schools in Fort McMurray?
One was Timberley Public School,
Okay.
and the second one was in McTavish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So up in Timberley then.
Yeah, Timberley.
Nice. Okay. And so after graduating, especially like in today's climate with COVID and like schools traveling, like being virtual and whatnot, what has your eldest daughter decided to do?
Like she finished with the Bachelor of Science with Psychology,
Okay.
and after that she wants to join public health, but her program doesn't match with the professor.
Okay.
So she joined ultrasound,
Okay.
and she's going to finish in like December.
Okay. And your youngest daughter, what grade is she in?
She's in grade 10.
Okay. Nice. So like they've been through like the full system. They're in high school now.
Yeah,
So
high school.
so you've definitely seen what the school board
What
looks
school
like
board looks
from
like.
kindergarten or EAP or whatever you call it nowadays
Yeah.
to like the end of it.
End of it, yes.
Okay, phenomenal. So you definitely know kind of what you're getting into.
Yeah, and the thing is, the eldest one gone through was little bit simple thing.
Yeah.
Now the youngest one, she's in the fire, flood,
Right.
then COVID.
That's right.
So right now the situation after COVID situation is totally changed.
Yeah.
Their demand change, their mental condition is totally changed. So like right now school needs more mental support. Our
That's right.
teachers need more support.
Yeah.
Support.
Right. Right.
And they deserve we owe to our teachers basically.
Yeah.
Like they are working very hard and they are doing their best.
Yeah.
Teachers are, and
Yeah.
students are doing their great, but like they are struggling right now. Sometimes online, sometimes per school.
That's right.
So
That's
they are
right.
gone through very rough time.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. All right, my man. Well, we're at the part of the show called the Mac City Minute. Tanner's going to ask you some questions.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's going to ask you, so I wish you nothing but the best of luck. Tanner, hit him with the Mac City Minute.
Alrighty. Question number 1. What is one thing that makes you want to be a part of the local school board?
Basically, my part of the speech is like I'm here last, my roots, strong roots within the community. Then be a experienced business owner allowed me to handle many difficult issues. Plus, I'm strongly positive thinker. So all the times there is an issue or something we have to solve. And our solution is all trying to be positive. And main thing is I would like to stand for our teachers, our students, and our parents, for the welfare of the students, parents, and the teachers. That is the main goal of this running for the trustee.
There you go.
Question number 2. What is one thing from your first day in Canada that you were not expecting?
That's a good one. So when you first moved to Canada, what surprised you?
Surprise, like when we came here, it was when we thought like it was an imaginary world. Like we were dreaming, oh, Canada is this. Like entire foreign is totally different for us. And when we came, we started those labor jobs.
Yeah.
That was like never expected.
Right, right.
Yeah, initially those labor and hard work.
Yeah.
Because where we are coming from, we used to be a boss.
Right.
And then suddenly you are starting for working somewhere with under, and then totally labor.
That's right.
Like sometimes shipping, receiving, sometimes in the manufacturing. So it was a hard work.
Yeah.
And that was like kind of nightmare initially.
Yeah, no doubt.
Question number 3. What is one thing about raising your children in Fort McMurray that reminds you of your own childhood in India?
It's a totally different environment. Like if you look at the season, India is is a hot part. I'm coming from like a hot 39 degrees is our normal temperature there.
Right, right.
And from there to here, it is a cold. And we used to play outside all the time.
Right.
Apart from there, here most of the 6 months they are in the house.
Yeah.
So like mental condition, they are not getting sunlight what we used to get.
Yeah.
And being inside, you don't have much friends.
Right.
Mostly you are either talking on the phone
Yes.
or on your TV or your video game.
That's right.
So those are the part is basically difference between like mostly we played outside
Yeah.
and lots of friends.
Yeah.
So that is the basic difference. I feel that like it should be more friends and more hangouts with the friends.
Right, right.
Question number 4. What is one thing about Fort McMurray that helps keep you here?
Oh, I love this town. When I came here, personally, I like small towns. I grew up in a bigger city, but I like a small town. And everybody is a small community. People know you. When they meet, they greet you, they welcome you, and everybody is happy.
Yeah.
And this is a very helping community. Fort McMurray is like very helping. Anywhere in the world is a problem, we are stand up for it. So it is not like that take and take. We are giving community.
Yeah.
And that is the most proud thing about this community.
There you go.
And your final question. What is one thing you think you could bring to the school board that is unique to yourself?
Personally, I think I'm very positive thinker, and I'm coming from Indian background. So we have a lots of like centuries and years of our history there. And like thousands of years history. And right now in COVID condition, I would suggest like the school system should include meditation and yoga into their program. They start with the teachers and then they include the students, whoever wants to join. So that is the base condition for the all of them. If they start focusing on the things we call dhyan, basically dhyan means focus, and dhyan meditation is the same thing. And once they go into so they get more mental balance.
Okay.
In current condition, is what is required is a mental strong community.
Right.
We don't want anybody like lose their mind, but we want everybody mentally strong and happy.
There you go.
And those have been your 5 questions.
Thank you.
Awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so as a local business owner in Fort McMurray over the last little bit, what are the struggles that you've found yourself in?
As a business, the first thing is hard to find out. As an individual, you won't get the space.
Okay.
If you are a franchise, you can get the space right away.
That's right. That's right.
But as an individual, if you want to open a business, nobody will give you their property because you don't have a background. They are worried for their rent.
That's right. Of course.
So that is their part.
Yeah.
And we are like, we want to start something from the scratch. So we don't want our overheads much high.
Yeah.
So you want to keep your overheads low, plus you want to serve the community.
That's right.
Plus you are competing. When I was in convenience store,
Yeah.
you are competing with the big giants.
That's right.
Like a superstore is doing convenience stuff. Then all Circle K. On
right.
that time it was a different name.
Yeah.
Max was there.
That's right.
Yeah. So now it's Circle K. But all those are your competitors.
That's right.
And you have to penetrate into the market.
Yeah.
So that was the bigger challenge.
So what makes your place different from those?
My place was different. Like I used to serve, my price was low.
Okay.
Like those convenience need like cigarette.
Yeah.
So cigarette I was trying to keep lowest in town.
Right.
And I did that so many brands and so many years that
Yeah.
I had
Okay.
proud about that.
There you go.
Plus people used to love my sandwiches.
Yeah.
Fresh sandwiches and soup I used to do over there.
Okay.
That
very
was
cool.
little bit, other stores are not offering those things.
That's right.
They are all the pre-made sandwiches coming from outside.
That's right.
But on our side, we used to do fresh in front of you.
Yeah.
So that was people used to love my sandwiches.
Okay. So now in Fort McMurray, with what's going on, how are you keeping yourself busy outside of running for school board trustee?
Like right now, I have a registered company. I'm struggling for that.
Okay.
I have a registered. Last 2 years, I'm trying to get into the oil sands for my staffing company.
Okay.
So I have a staffing company. I'm doing AutoCAD drawings
Okay.
and uniform cleaning.
Okay.
So these 3 things I'm engaging and trying to get my contracts into the oil sands.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hopefully somebody at the oil sands is seeing this show and say, "Hey, I need some help with AutoCAD."
Yeah.
It's one of those programs where it's a challenging one to find individuals who actually are proficient with that program.
Yeah. No, like I'm very good with that. Plus, I got a good connection with it. So like if I have to take big contract or something like that, someone needs right away.
Yeah.
And my rates are what rates I heard from they are giving
Right.
compared to my rates are very competitive.
Yeah. I have a question, and just because I just don't know, so I don't know the answer to this question, so I'm going to ask it. You're the first person that's reached out to us that's running for school board trustee from the Catholic and the public. Are there a lot of people running for these spots?
For public school board this year there is a 13 total candidate.
13 candidates.
Candidate.
And how many seats are there?
7 seats.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
And 5 seats for Catholic school board and 7 people are running for that.
Okay. Okay. Wow. Yeah, you're the first one that reached out for this one. So I have definitely got up to speed on the election for councillors and the mayor, but like, yeah, with the school boards, like I have zero knowledge
I feel like
of what goes into it.
I feel like you got a few like generic reach outs.
What do you mean?
Like just mass text messages that you got from people reaching out.
Oh, yeah. I have seen a bunch of that lately. Man, I know how much it costs to send a mass text message out to a random number. It's not cheap.
No.
So some people are spending some money on their campaign for sure.
Oh yeah.
Throughout this campaign, what has surprised you in regards to like, obviously I think most people who run don't know what they're getting into initially because it's their first time. What about this process has surprised you?
Like when I started this process, first surprised me when we are telling this Fort McMurray is a multicultural town. I went to take my oath to the returning officer in Gregoire,
Yeah.
and they bring some holy books in front of me. 3 books, they bring it, and which one is yours? I said, none of them is mine.
Yeah.
And I asked, do you have a Srimad Bhagavad Gita?
Yeah.
She never heard of it.
Right.
So I said, okay, then I do my pledge by raise my hand and I do it. But then after I came out, I think that we are in community last so many years
Right.
and we fail to introduce ourselves.
You're right.
Like, doesn't matter I win or lose, that's a different story. But we should introduce ourselves to the community, to who we are.
Right.
Like every year we are doing community functions and all the MLA, MPs, all are visiting our forum. But nobody knows what we are doing basically.
That's right. That's right.
And like we are the one of the oldest civilization in the world. And still we are unable to introduce ourselves. So that part I found a little bit crazy.
Okay, that is nuts. All right. Well, listen, my man, we're at the end of the show, but before we cut you loose, everybody gets a shameless shout out or plug. So the camera's on you, the mic's on you. Have fun.
Like I would like to say, when you go for your vote, please choose your trustee wisely. And I'm your voice, and I'll be stand for you. Like you can trust on me, and my record is very clean. I can work for a community. I did volunteer so many times, and I would like to do again and again. And that's my message. Please do vote for me, and check mark on Taral Mehta. Thank you.
There we go. Awesome. Well, my man, thank you very much for coming on the show. I really do appreciate it. And please feel free to come back again and again and again.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for having me.
No worries, my man. All right. Well, Fort McMurray, Wood Buffalo, and the rest of the world, that's been another episode of the Mac City Morning Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. I hope you're having a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.